Hold! I was sent for you!
The rare and unusual are my specialty. Care to look?
Hey friend! Over here! You made it! I'm glad you're here. I wasn't looking forward to facing Rena alone. Not after what we found out. Yeah, I spotted her in the main hall. Look, I've been thinking. Since Farrell, Lupus, and Rena weren't totally honest with me, I might as well use an intermediary of my own. Plus, something's not right about all this. Will you talk to Rena for me? I'm not sure, but I want to keep watch. I've had the feeling that someone's been following me since I arrived in Riften. I might be acting like a cracked acorn, but better safe than sorry, right?
Greetings. Yes? Is there something I can help you with? Everly? She found Farrell's book? Oh, that's wonderful news. But why is Everly standing way over there? And why are you talking to me instead of her? What's this all about, stranger? Not completely honest. Just what are you implying? Is Everly attempting to change the terms of our deal? Farrell offered a fair price for what he asked her to do. Quiet! If certain ears heard those words, our lives wouldn't be worth a hawker's blister. I suppose it's time for Everly to meet Farrell. We have a house here in Riften, around the corner from the bank. Just knock 2 times or he won't respond.
This is sounding more and more like an investigative Vale novel all the time. Let's find Rena's house. I want to finally meet Farrell Lupus in person, so he can tell me everything he knows about the Emperor's secret.
Welcome to our hall, fellow member. Please make yourself at home.
That doesn't sound good. Hurry! No! Oh, Rena. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Farrell! I told him to forget about the past, but did he listen? No! You know about that? Maybe. Probably. Farrell never told me a lot about his time serving the Emperor, but I knew it was on his mind recently. That's why he hired Everly. He said he wanted to make things right. A sheet of... Oh, gods. That's a sign of the Dark Brotherhood. They assassinated my poor Farrell, and all because of something that should have stayed buried with the damn Longhouse Emperors. Then I guess you've reached a dead end. Farrell never told me much, just that he needed the book he sent Everly to find. That he had to correct a terrible mistake. He also mentioned that Leovic told him things, but he never got into specifics. I don't care about the book. I want nothing to do with it. If the Dark Brotherhood thinks I know anything, they'll come after me. And you as well. You should forget about Farrell and Leovic and that book. Forget about them and go far, far away. You know, things. State secrets, I suppose. Hidden dreams, wild desires. Farrell helped raise the Emperor. They were close. Or as close as the most powerful man in the world and his steward can be. Once, Farrell mentioned another secret. Ambitions. No, I don't recall any mention of that. Farrell didn't say much. Just referred to something as the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. I got the feeling it had something to do with Daedra worship. And some sort of weapons. That's all I know.
Come on, let's talk outside. I'll meet you out back under the dock.
Hail.
What do you think? Did the Dark Brotherhood really assassinate Farrell Lupus? Is this book he sent me to retrieve really that important? I'm not sure what we should do next, so if you have any ideas, I can't wait to hear them. That about sums it up. Plus the dreams I've been having. Ever since I found that book, I've been having the most strange and disturbing dreams. Nothing specific. I'm always someplace. A forest, a town. Then the ground starts to shake or fire erupts all around me. Once the place was flooded by a deluge of water. And there are always 4 animals watching from a nearby hill. A huge boar, a fox, and a pair of identical rams. Weird, huh? You know, I'm attributing the dreams to the book, but it could be something I ate. My diet has been all over the place these past few weeks. Oh, great. The scary Daedra lady is back.
Flattery and cuteness will get you nowhere, elf. Come, little mortal. I have information. Say thank you, little mortal. I have read the ensorcelled scroll, and I know where we need to go next on our quest to learn Leovic's secret. Unless, that is, you and the elf discovered something in the coded documents. The assassins who follow Mephala? Or are they the ones who serve the Void? No matter. My information actually concerns the secret we seek to uncover. According to the ensorcelled scroll, there is another cache annex beneath the Imperial City. Yes, hidden in the Imperial sewers. I will open a portal that will get you close to the annex, but you will need to deal with the wards. For all their reverence of the Daedra, these Longhouse Emperors certainly went out of their way to keep us out. Oh, not me, little mortal. I have no intention of slogging through the muck and the sludge, when you are more than capable of handling that. I shall catch up to you after you have dealt with the wards. Go on now, and take the wood elf with you.
Another portal? Don't Daedra have flying horses or something? So these are the Imperial sewers. Fancy. This is a sewer, all right. Smells worse than the vats of fermenting rot meth back home. Let's find this annex and see what the Longhouse Emperors hid down here. Like the Order of the Waking Flame got here first. Go slow. Let's not alert the cultists until absolutely necessary. Look! A cache! And it's still warded!
These treasures belong to the Order of the Waking Flame.
The Longhouse Emperors really did it. They made a deal with Mehrunes Dagon. We need to find the caches before the cultists steal everything out from under us. I want to know what was so important that Farrell Lupus had to die, and what any of this has to do with the book I'm still carrying.
Another sacrifice for Lord Dagon!
Emperor Leovic wrote that, but it's not in code. If those counselors know the secret, their lives are in danger. We need to find the caches before...
Blood for Lord Dagon!
The cult's trying to contact Mehrunes Dagon. Let's find that shrine.
Mehrunes Dagon. Show me where to find your four ambitions.
Step through the portal and prove your worth to the Lord of Fire and Flood.
That cracked acorn is stepping into oblivion?
You honor me, Lord Dagon.
Look, behind the statue. A portal. Come on. I don't believe it. Is this really oblivion? This is really a Daedric plane? I've never been to Oblivion before. The spinners told stories about Mehrunes Dagon. Called his realm the Deadlands. I guess that's where we are. Let's find the cultist before he does something terrible. Why do you think he named this place the Deadlands? Looks more like the really hot lands to me.
I gave the mortals everything they requested, and yet we come to this.
Your acolyte, the leader of our leader. He said you could find the four ambitions.
The leader of the Waking Flame sent me to finish what the Black Prince started.
I have invested a significant amount of effort into the four ambitions.
Eat arrows, you rotters! It might sting a bit.
And yet, the ambitions have been misplaced, and the bargain struck remains unfulfilled.
Then command me, Lord Dagon. I shall do whatever you ask.
You want my ambitions? Then prove your worth and destroy the intruders.
It makes me directly unbelievers.
My arrows never miss their mark.
You bested my follower, mortals. So I shall permit you to leave my realm with your lives. Step through the portal and be gone.
That's it? No talking, no explanations? Just go home, little mortals? Fine. Come on, let's get out of here.
A portal from oblivion? And you, little mortal, emerging with hardly a scratch? Come, tell me everything. You never cease to intrigue me, little mortal. Is that the distinct scent of Mehrunes Dagon and the Deadlands that lingers about you like a cloud of flesh flies? Never mind about that. Tell me what you learned and how you ended up in Dagon's realm. Yes. The Order of the Waking Flame has been particularly persistent in trying to run down this secret for themselves. Speaking of which, did you learn any more about Leovik's secret? Interesting. I recall something about that. The mortal who went on to become the first of the Longhouse Emperors attempted to make deals with a number of the Daedric princes, my own lord included. Any indication about the terms of this bargain? Well, little mortal, your course is clear. We have barely plumbed the depths of this mystery. You must find the people on this list and discover the truth of the four ambitions. Meanwhile, I have other avenues to explore.
Now that the scary Daedra lady is gone, let's talk. That was kind of exciting. I've never been to any part of Oblivion before. A lot of it felt familiar, though, like places I've seen in my dreams lately. Anyway, Thanks to everything we learned, I know exactly what needs to happen next. We need to find the people on that list. Warn them about the Dark Brotherhood. See what they can tell us about the ambitions. And what I should do with this book. Hey, thanks, by the way. I never got the rest of my pay, but I can spare this for now. I'll start the search in Leywin. That's where Chief Counselor Leviticus was, last I heard. Think he's helping to govern the city or something. Once I get the lay of the land, I'll send word to you. You know, in case you still want to help and all. I think so. This all started when Farrell Lupus sent me to find this book, and that put me on the trail of Emperor Leovic's secret. Now we know that the secret concerns a deal made with Mehrunes Dagon and something called the Four Ambitions. Well, we know the Dark Brotherhood murdered Farrell Lupus, who turned out to be the Emperor's steward. And we know that the Waking Flame are Dagonists seeking the Ambitions. In Leovic's notes, the Ambitions were described as some sort of weapons. Yeah, not sure how I feel about the scary Daedra lady, but her ominous warning makes my leaves shudder. If Mehrunes Dagon has his sights set on Tamriel, we're in for all sorts of disasters. Whatever the Longhouse Emperor's promised, it can't be good. Right. I'm not an expert on Imperial politics, but I recognize Leviticus's name. He was on the Elder Council before the Empire fell. I remember listening to a herald in Eldenroot. They brought news that Leviticus was alive and serving in Leywin. Not a lot, really. I've never been up in that area. As far as I know, it's an Imperial city on the Topal Bay. So far, it's been able to keep the Three Banners Wall mostly away from its borders. Or so the heralds have reported. I don't know. I usually just make things up along the way. I suppose I'll offer my assistance and see what happens. Once I make some contacts, I'll send word. If you're still interested in solving this mystery, you can meet me then.
I keep up with events in Cyrodiil, a habit from my days serving as a scribe in the court of the Longhouse Emperors. I can give Everly a letter of introduction, make it easier for her to approach Counselor Leviticus and the others.
You should go to the Grey Mire and see for yourself. I can look after your affairs.
Fate summons you, champion. Will you answer its call?
I heard that people were beaten and starving down in that Tower of Light.
Nobody makes bows like...
sure
Nobody
how
makes-
comfortable things are now. All these high elves and Khajiit in our forest. It's odd. Oh, come on! You're a gatherer! How has their being here affected you at all?
Well, now they tell me places I can't go, because there might be an army there or something stupid like that.
I speak, and through me sings Ifre. My tales are echoes of songs he once sang, of threads woven by his throat into tapestries ingrained in the minds of we faithful. The calls of birds, twinkles of stars, and lap of the sea live within me. I do not spin in terms of whats, but rather in whens. The now of the songs that fill me consider the seas and skies, and that sea and sky beyond those of Mundus, Aetherius. So I may speak on any of these concerns, for now. Ifre taught the birds to sing and the waves to lap against the beach. Through Ifre's song, he also gained sight perception of all that occurs within the sight of birds and the reflection of waters. And he echoes their songs and crashing waves. Of course, he sees and hears nothing. For Ifre is now the earth bones, the frame upon which nature is laid and woven. His sight perception and song echo instead are loomed through his bones and woven into tapestries of song for we mortals to study. The sea is all-enclosing, the water that encircles all of Mundus. The birds call out that which occurs over land to the sea, which reflects and echoes that song. Through study of the sea's mystery, it is possible to interpret Ifre's song tapestry. You already do, as do all mortals. Your frame of perception of the world is your own bones, akin to the earth bones. It is as possible to see into your own future and world as it is to immerse the self in hysteria with no fear. To sing a law and then speak into the heart of that law, convincing it of a subtle error and how it must change its own self. This is how nature's course, its own sea, is shaped and reshaped over time. Such changes can affect the whole of Mundus. The sky mirrors the sea, and the sea also reflects its mirror. Day, night, and the places between are the realm of the sky, as Ifre interpreted the time law Anuiel established within Nirn. Thus, the sky bridges time and nature, and measures both. Within each half of the sphere of reflection lies half of the potentialities of Nirn's way in any given moment. Each instant is a sea state or sky state. Each individual sees one or its other as weal or woe, and each moment can be turned on its side. Each moment so turned becomes an island in your path. For example, the Dwemer, united, had their way in Dwemeris. But one clan, Rorkin, the Wayward clan, struck anchor and sailed across the sky. Why do this? Mired in a sea, they sought the sky. Yes, change is wrought in Nirn in 6 ways, and the turning of islands is one of these, often described by others in other terms. Of course, it is possible to acknowledge these ways without understanding them. To spin them is all I can do. Aetherius is the sea of light, the immortal plane, the origin of magic. Ifre sings not of Aetherius, but to it, weaving a song so beautiful that stars were compelled to dance and twinkle and sway. They still wink and blink in memory of that song. They are Aetherius. Rather, the sun and stars are holes pierced into the veil of night by Magnus and other spirits seeking to escape Nirn. These holes permit Aetherius's light to enter our world. From theirs to ours does magic trickle. Well, consider this. As Oblivion is a realm composed of realms, so too is Aetherius a bright sea with many realms within. Each of these stars is a window into these realms, and as these realms move, so too do they move, or close like doors. Now, that is an enormous question that I cannot answer. Many souls of mortals become spirits of another sort in that place. And that is all I can say with any certainty. As difficult as it is to travel to Oblivion, it is far more to go to Aetherius.
long as you haven't come to take my things, you're welcome to loiter in my home for a bit. I'm a touch busy, I'm afraid. Probably won't make the best company. Ifri the Singer is the most important god we worship. We know many people, especially other elves, place Auriel higher, for Auriel's province is that of time, in itself uninterruptible and majestic. But Ifri...
Again? Cease splashing blood upon my chains. I will ensure no tales are told of your valor.
I don't make many sales.
Move along, soldier. Keep this gate open for new arrivals. What is any war about? There are enemies to be vanquished, and their lands, riches, and strongholds to be made ours. The Dominion, Covenant, and Pact will battle for Cyrodiil until one alliance is victorious. Cyrodiil is the heart of Tamriel. The alliance that controls Cyrodiil can strike in any direction, threatening the other heartlands. And whoever controls the Imperial City assumes the mantle of the Empire. We must see that the Dominion prevails.
Take a break.
Greetings. I guard this transitor shrine for the Dominion. Do you have questions for me? Transitor shrines are the fastest way to travel among our castles and gates, unless the links between them are broken. A castle's transitus link is broken if all of its resources, farm, mine, and lumber mill, are owned by the enemy, or if the castle is under attack and a section of wall or gate is heavily damaged.